Hey gamers, welcome back to Playverse Gaming. Today we're diving into something special. 15 games that are absolute masterpieces. 10 out of 10 experiences you have to play before you die. These aren't just good games, these are the ones that define generations. Games that raise the bar for storytelling, gameplay, and pure fun. If you're a true gamer, your bucket list isn't complete without these. So hit that like button, subscribe to Playverse Gaming, and let's jump right into the ultimate list of legendary must-plays. Elden Ring. Elden Ring isn't just a game, it's an experience that reshaped what open-world RPGs could be. From Software took their punishing but rewarding Souls formula and expanded it into a massive, living, breathing world. Every corner of the lands between hides secrets, from terrifying bosses to breathtaking ruins. The sense of discovery is unmatched, because the game doesn't hold your hand. It rewards curiosity and perseverance. Its combat is deep, brutal, and endlessly satisfying, whether you're wielding magic, colossal weapons, or a nimble katana. And the lore, co-written with George R.R. Martin, adds layers of mystery that keep you theorizing long after the credits roll. Replaying it feels different every time thanks to build variety and freedom of exploration. Elden Ring isn't just a perfect 10 out of 10, it's a modern classic that gamers will be talking about for decades. Gran Turismo 7, when it comes to racing simulators, Gran Turismo 7 is as close to perfection as it gets. Polyphony Digital created a love letter to cars, blending incredible realism with accessibility for casual players. Every track, every car, every detail is crafted with obsessive precision, from tire physics to weather effects that dynamically shift mid-race. But GT7 isn't just about racing, it's about celebrating car culture. The cafe mode lets you explore the history behind vehicles, giving every win more weight. With stunning graphics that push the PS5 to its limits, you often forget you're not watching a real race. In 2025, GT7 remains a must-play, especially for anyone who appreciates both the beauty and the thrill of driving. It's more than a game, it's a museum, a simulator, and a dream playground all in one. Alan Wake 2 takes survival horror storytelling to heights we rarely see in games. Remedy crafted a chilling narrative that blends psychological horror, detective mystery, and supernatural dread. You play as both Alan Wake, trapped in the dark place, and Saga Anderson, investigating bizarre murders in a Pacific Northwest town. The dual perspective keeps the tension high while unraveling a mind-bending story. Graphically, it's one of the best-looking games ever, with atmospheric lighting that makes every shadow feel alive. The gameplay perfectly balances exploration, resource management, and heart-pounding combat against terrifying enemies. But what makes Alan Wake 2 truly a 10 out of 10 is its storytelling. It blurs the line between reality and fiction in a way that only Remedy can pull off. Revisiting it feels like stepping into a Stephen King novel directed by David Lynch, and trust me, it sticks with you long after you put the controller down. Dead Space Remake is a masterclass in how to modernize a classic without losing its soul. The original already set the bar for sci-fi horror, but this remake elevates everything, from visuals to sound design to gameplay mechanics. Playing as Isaac Clarke aboard the USG Ishimura is more terrifying than ever, with the ship's corridors dripping in atmosphere and dread. The overhauled combat, especially the iconic limb dismemberment mechanic, feels even more intense and strategic. The remake also gives Isaac a voice, adding more emotional weight to the story while expanding the lore. With new side quests and improved pacing, it's not just a remake, it's the definitive version of Dead Space. This is survival horror at its absolute finest, and in 2025, it remains a must-play for anyone craving tension, fear, and unforgettable atmosphere. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Few remakes have been as universally praised as Resident Evil 2. Capcom reimagined this survival horror classic with stunning modern visuals, over-the-shoulder gameplay, and terrifying atmosphere while keeping the essence of the original intact. Playing as Leon or Claire through Raccoon City Police Department is still one of the most thrilling experiences in gaming. The zombies feel horrifyingly real, and Mr. X stalking you creates some of the tensest moments ever. But it's not just about scares. The pacing, puzzles, and resource management make it a perfect blend of horror and strategy. Even years later, this remake stands as one of the best horror games ever created. For fans of survival horror, RE2 Remake is a flawless example of how to respect the past while reinventing it for a new era. A Plague Tale Requiem is an emotional roller coaster that proves games can deliver storytelling on par with movies and TV shows. Following the journey of Amicia and Hugo, this sequel expands everything from the first game: bigger environments, deeper mechanics, and a more heartbreaking story. The rats return in terrifying swarms, creating breathtaking set pieces where survival feels nearly impossible. But it's the human drama that makes it unforgettable. The bond between Amicia and Hugo drives the narrative, making every sacrifice and struggle hit you right in the heart. The stealth and action gameplay blend perfectly, keeping the tension alive from start to finish. In 2025, it remains one of the most underrated narrative masterpieces, a game that will stick with you long after you finish it.
It's the one I found myself in.
Fallout 4 may be divisive among fans, but it's undeniably a 10 out of 10 experience in sheer scope and immersion. Stepping into post-apocalyptic Boston, the Commonwealth feels alive, with factions, choices, and endless exploration. The crafting and settlement systems add a new layer of creativity, letting you truly shape the wasteland. While the story centers on finding your kidnapped son, the real magic lies in the world building and player freedom. The Brotherhood of Steel, the Institute, and the Railroad each present moral dilemmas that keep you questioning your path. Fallout 4 might not be perfect in every aspect, but its ambition, atmosphere, and replayability make it unforgettable. In 2025, it's still one of those RPGs you can sink hundreds of hours into and still discover new things.
I swear I'm not a sin. For God's sakes, we're family.
This is ridiculous. I want the truth, McDonough.
Where?
The Last of Us Part 1 is gaming's ultimate emotional journey. Naughty Dog rebuilt the original masterpiece with stunning PS5 visuals and improved mechanics, making Joel and Ellie's story more immersive than ever. The game is brutal, raw, and heartbreaking, showing both the ugliness and beauty of humanity in a post-apocalyptic world. Every encounter feels intense, every cutscene cinematic, and the relationship between Joel and Ellie remains one of the most powerful in gaming history. Even if you've played the original, this version is worth experiencing for how much more alive the world feels. It's a game that defines why storytelling in gaming matters, leaving an impact that lingers long after the credits roll.
Do you even realize what your life means?
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of?
Pardon me. Excuse me? Excuse me.
Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Uncharted 4 is the perfect swan song for Nathan Drake's adventures. From the jaw-dropping visuals to the Hollywood-level action sequences, it's everything you'd want in an action adventure. The game takes us deeper into Drake's past, while exploring themes of family, loyalty, and the cost of obsession. The banter between characters, the puzzles, and the epic set pieces like the Madagascar chase sequence make it an unforgettable ride. It's not just about action, it's about heart. The way Naughty Dog ties up Drake's story is satisfying and emotional, giving closure to one of gaming's most beloved characters. Uncharted 4 remains a 10 out of 10 because it delivers adventure, spectacle, and emotion in equal measure.
What do you see?
Find the rest. Boss wants them dead.
Marvel's Spider-Man is pure joy in game form. Insomniac nailed the feeling of swinging through New York City. It's fluid, fast, and endlessly fun. But beyond the mechanics, the story shines with a heartfelt take on Peter Parker balancing his life as a hero and as a man. The combat is dynamic, letting you combine gadgets, acrobatics, and Spidey's agility in countless ways. The villains are iconic, the city feels alive, and the emotional beats hit hard, especially the ending. Even today, Spider-Man stands as one of the best superhero games ever made. If you want to feel like a true hero while experiencing a cinematic story, this one is a must-play.
Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just a game, it's a masterpiece of interactive storytelling. Rockstar created one of the most detailed open worlds ever, with every corner of the frontier feeling alive and reactive. Playing as Arthur Morgan, you live through one of the most emotional and nuanced stories in gaming, exploring themes of loyalty, freedom, and inevitability. The world itself is breathtaking, from snowy mountains to bustling towns. With so much detail, it feels like a simulation of life in the Old West.
Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is a samurai epic that feels like playing through a Kurosawa movie. Sucker Punch crafted a stunning open world inspired by feudal Japan, filled with breathtaking landscapes, haunting music, and poetic storytelling. You play as Jin Sakai, torn between honor and survival as he fights to save his people from the Mongol invasion. The combat system is fluid and cinematic, with duels that feel like art in motion. The game's attention to detail, from wind guiding you instead of a HUD, to fox shrines and bamboo strikes, makes exploration deeply immersive. Ghost of Tsushima is more than just gameplay. It's an experience that honors Japanese culture and storytelling. It's still one of the most beautiful and unforgettable adventures to revisit in 2025.
Thought we'd never make it. Oh, thank God.
Days Gone. Days Gone may have been overlooked at launch, but it has since grown into a cult classic worth revisiting. You play as Deacon St. John, a drifter surviving in a post-apocalyptic world filled with relentless hordes of freakers. The standout feature is the sheer terror and thrill of facing hundreds of enemies at once. The horde mechanics are unmatched. But beneath the chaos lies a surprisingly emotional story about loss, loyalty, and finding hope. The open world of Oregon feels alive, with dynamic weather and motorcycle travel adding layers of immersion. Days Gone may not have been hailed as perfect at release, but over time, fans have realized how special it is. In 2025, it stands tall as a must-play survival experience with a story that will pull you in.
You go through Night City knowing a stray bullet could end you while
Cyberpunk 2027.
Cyberpunk 2027 had one of the rockiest launches ever, but after years of updates and expansions, it has become the masterpiece it was always meant to be. Night City is now one of the most vibrant and alive open worlds in gaming. Neon-lit streets, diverse characters, and stories that feel personal and impactful. You step into the role of V, carving your path as a mercenary caught in a struggle with corporations, gangs, and your own fading existence. The Phantom Liberty expansion only elevated the experience, delivering one of the best storylines in modern RPGs. Cyberpunk in 2025 isn't just a redemption story. It's proof that persistence can turn a flawed gem into a flawless diamond. If you skipped it before, now is the perfect time to experience its full glory. God of War 2018. God of War reinvented itself and set a new gold standard for storytelling and action. Kratos returns, older, wiser, and more human, traveling with his son Atreus through a world inspired by Norse mythology. The father-son dynamic is the heart of the game, making every battle and every revelation more impactful. The over-the-shoulder camera brings you closer to the action, making combat visceral and cinematic. The Leviathan axe alone feels like reason enough to play. It's one of the most satisfying weapons ever designed. God of War balances brutal combat with emotional storytelling, delivering a masterpiece that resonates on multiple levels. In 2025, it's still one of the greatest games of all time, and if you haven't played it yet, it's absolutely essential. And that's it. 15 perfect 10 out of 10 games you absolutely must play before you die. These titles aren't just great, they're milestones that shaped gaming history. So which one's your favorite? Or better yet, which one are you adding to your backlog right now? Drop a comment below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Playverse Gaming for more epic gaming lists and updates. Until next time, keep playing, legends!